Hey folks, it's Fridgar. How you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. Just getting rid of the fertilizer spreader right there, and it is hoofing it down with rain. So I was thinking, what do we do? Because, I mean, I could just fast forward time and we could just not worry about it. We can't sell our pallet of wool yet. That's not actually ready to sell. The sheep over here, cleanliness is down, so I do need to clean that up. So that's one thing that I was going to do now a minute, was just gather up some of this stuff here and get one of these on, like that. And then get this one on over here, like that. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to gather up that grass and I'm going to just tidy it up a little bit. So once I've done that, I've got this wool right here. One of those pallets is full and the other one is half full. The current price of wool, though, is rather low, so I'm sort of thinking I don't really want to be selling the wool just yet. I may want to hold on to it for a fair bit longer, so it might be an idea if we head back to the dealership and we get ourselves a few extra pallets. And, I mean, we don't need hundreds of them, but certainly if we were to have another, say, another 4 pallets to put there, so that we've got 6 pallets altogether, then we can sell them when we want to, rather than sort of having to just sell them off when we're running a bit low, when we're running low on pallet space. Because the idea is that we want to fill the 10,000 litre pallets and not just have the individual sheep pallets that turn up there when you don't have anything extra on it. So that's what I'd like to have there. You know what, I'm just going to bring that one round a little bit to about there, and I'm going to, actually I'm not going to unhitch it like that. I'm going to go, detaching the tool is not allowed in this state. There. What state would that be? Down on the ground? It was fine. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Right, we can ease on round there, and we'll go and get this trailer. We will whiz over to the dealership and we will get a few more pallets. And then there's not a lot else that I want to do just yet. We will do a bit more cutting down of trees. I'm actually going to go this way. I'm going to go right across the field here, just so that we can take a look at our new field in all its planted glory. Everything is planted. Everything is all sown with fertilizer, spread with fertilizer, is all done and ready to go. And if we have a look on here, we want to go back to there a second and just include the grass, and then we go to growth. That one's actually ready to cut now, but we'd get only like a partial cut off of it. This one here needs another day at least. So we're going to wait until all of it is at the right stage, and then we'll cut it all. We're not going to go and cut part of it early. And then the next thing that we're going to be doing is starting to cut up across there so that we can make room for our new field that we're going to be building. We're going to make a new field that's going to go all the way up through here. But the other thing that I was thinking about with this, and somebody mentioned this in the comments last week, was the shape of the field that we cut could end up being like a little bit odd. It could end up being a funny boot shape on the field. Right up in the top end, and I was wondering how I was going to do this. We're getting a lot of lag just on this bit. I don't know if it's visuals with the rain or something, but I'm getting like it's jumping from 30 to 60 frames a second. It does it in places on this map, and it's very weird the way that it does it. And I'm not quite sure why. There, it's just jumped to 30. It keeps, at the moment, it's trying to jump between one and the other. I'm literally going from 30 to 60 to 30, and it's making everything very, very jumpy. I suspect it might be the rain. That's my suspicion, is that the rain is actually causing this more than anything. But anyway, the little boot-shaped bit at the top, somebody suggested that, well, what we could actually do is we could put some animals up at the top here into that sort of boot-shaped bit, so that we don't have all the animals all compressed in one area down the bottom, because that does contribute quite a bit to general gameplay lag anyway, having everything all crammed in together. So if we were to spread the animals out a little bit and we were to put some of them up at the top there, that would work out quite nicely. I like this idea. I do. I think this is a really good idea. So I think that we will probably end up doing that. And this lag is really, really starting to irritate me. So I'm going to go to 120 times speed and see if we can't get past the rain. I suspect the rain, the visual on the rain is partly what's causing all this lag that I'm getting. I don't know if it's showing through to you very well, but it is. At the moment, it's not wanting to go above 30 frames a second. It might actually be the trailer. You never know. It might just be the trailer that I've got on here. That may be doing it, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually the rain. And if that is the case, it's a bit of a shame. It may also be the fact that we've got a load of trees cut down and there are some stumps under the ground. I know that can cause some issues on some maps, but I wouldn't have thought that would be what's doing it. I mean, it might be, but I wouldn't have thought so. The rain is not letting up, is it? It's absolutely not letting up at all. It's been raining continuously. When we woke up in the morning in our last episode, it was raining. It's still raining now. It's been raining heavily the entire time. I'm thinking that maybe we shouldn't have put the fertilizer on the field. Because if you remember, we put the fertilizer on the field and we were sort of thinking, well, is this going to end up like, is this going to backfire? Is this going to cause us some problems? And I was hoping that it wouldn't, but we may end up being wrong on that. Right, we'll bring you in here. And I completely forgot, when I was talking about loading up pallets previously, I completely forgot about the fact that we've got that one parked up there, so we don't need to go and get pallets from anywhere else. The rain's not going to stop. I think that seems to be coded into the map, because the normal game doesn't have rain lasting this long. Normally, it's map makers will do this. They will change it so that weather lasts longer, and it's something that some maps I've played on, I find this to be incredibly frustrating. We'll put that down to 5 times speed. I do find that particular aspect to be really frustrating, because they'll give you a weather for the day and then it will stay on that all day and there's no change. And you take into account, I need to do and talk, don't I? Do and talk. You take into account the fact that, right, I want that one. We want the signs and we want 10,000 on capacity. So we want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Take into account that 1 day on here, well, actually 2 days is a complete season, isn't it? If you've got it on very easy settings, then 1 day is a complete season. And so then map makers will change it so the weather lasts for an entire day. So basically they're changing it so that if you get rain, you have rain for a whole season, or rain for half a year. So essentially what we've now got on this map is that it's been raining for a year, right? Well, we're not a year, sorry, 6 months. We've had 6 months of rain, and I don't get that. Why are we making it so that we have 6 months of rain? What's the benefit to that? I absolutely don't get that. But anyway, it is what it is. That's what we've got. So we'll figure out a way around it. And bring that over here. It was something that I found particularly frustrating in FS19 when playing with seasons. If you went some of the maps that we tried, they'd altered the weather settings on them, and so that the weather lasted a lot longer. But if you're playing on seasons, then you know, you've only got like a set window to be able to do your harvesting. And so then you've got the map settings, that the map creator has gone and overridden all the settings and made it so that rain lasts a lot longer, you then end up with a map that has you having it rain the entire summer, literally the whole summer. So you can't go and put the combine into the field for the entire summer. And I didn't feel that there was a need for that. I don't think that for a map there is actually any need whatsoever. I mean, I could be completely wrong. This could just be the base game settings, at least for this one. But I know that weather was something that some people changed on maps. And I never seen it as something that was necessary in order to make a good map. It just seemed to be sort of trying to force a particular style of gameplay onto people, which is something that I really don't like. Like, mods are really good, and you can alter your gameplay, but I don't like when map makers and mod creators say, right, well, this is my mod, but I want you to play this with this mod, or this is my map, and I want you to play with this map only in this particular way. I'm not interested in you having your individual style of gameplay. I only want you to be able to play it on with this particular style. And it does have to be said that the maps and the mods that end up with settings that can't be altered like that, that do alter gameplay style quite a bit, sort of without that being the mod's intention. Like, you download something like weight adjustment, that's obviously changing the game's style, that's intended. But you download a tractor and it's forcing you to like no, not a tractor. Like, there's some placeables. I've had placeables in the past where they've not only been a placeable that you put onto the map, but it's also altered the way pricing works on the entire map. You're like, well, that's not why I'm downloading this map. That's not why I'm getting this map to play on. So why are you forcing an alteration that I don't want? And those mods invariably become very unpopular very quickly. And the maps, they generally lose points because of the way that they're trying to force a style of gameplay that people don't want. So let's just lower that one down there. And, right. We've actually used that now. I feel pleased that we've actually gone and used that. And we'll bring this one back here, and we will put those straps on there. So we've now got 4 new pallets that we can take home. So we'll go running back this way. It's 6:30 right now. And again, we're getting these horrid lag spikes. I'm going to fast forward time some more. I'm going to do this. We can go until 8 o'clock in the evening. That's what we're allowed to do. Right, let's go with bright lights everywhere. And we will keep fast forwarding time until we get to about 7:45. And we'll see if that makes any difference. See if that stops the... Well, we haven't actually got very much longer now. I think that the rain is just going to keep going. Has anybody else had rain on this map? Do you know if it's the map itself or if it's just the game settings have just decided to make it rain at the moment continuously for an entire day without stop? Because I've not experienced... I have had, you know, like a long shower of rain on some of the games, some of the maps that I've played, but I've not had this much. And yeah, it's really lagging at the moment. What is wrong with it? Let's have a look a minute. Let me just look in here. I don't think it's anything to do with this. It might be the placeable, I suppose. How are we doing for... Right, wool is just now starting to increase in value. Wow. Silage is now starting to go up even higher. If our silage keeps going up, we're going to be getting a very good price. I mean, we pulled in about $1,000 a bale when we were selling, but that's $289 now per 1,000 litres. So say, call it $290. That's an extra 100. That's almost $1,200 a bale that's gone up to. That is a very, very healthy price. I could cope with getting that kind of money for our bales, you know. Right. I know that this series I am actually supposed to show everything, and that is kind of like one of the main points of the series, is I literally do show everything, and I do normally, but I'm thinking that I don't want the entire episode to be just me complaining about lag going over the shop. So I'm going to meet you back home. I'm going to drive this back home all by my lonesome without your company, and I'll meet you back there. I'm also unashamedly taking a shortcut from the top straight down through there down to our field down over here. Right, we're going to get some sleep and we'll unload this trailer in the morning. We'll pull that one up to there like that. Take the straps off, and we will unload. We will wait there. We will unhitch said trailer, and we will stop right there. Right, let's get a little bit of shut eye, and then hopefully this incessant rain will have finished. We want to get 11 hours sleep, don't we? There. Right, 11 hours sleep. It'll take us until 7 a.m. No more space for new pallets. We've completely filled the pallets at the sheep. And the rain has stopped. And so has the lag. Right, let's just check the prices. 894, that's gone up to. It's stopped rising. Silage is on 297. That's stopped rising as well. 297. That is a very, very healthy price. That is. That is something that we'd be very pleased to get. And we've got like a partial cut that we can take on this side of the field, and then there's a full cut over on this side of the field. So we could actually go and mow right now, and we could take advantage, and we wouldn't get, you know, as much of a yield as we'd want off of the entire field, but it could actually be worth that. It could be worth it. Right, what I do want to do in a minute is I want to get that loader on over there. I'm also going to get the front weight on the back, because we got 2 pallets and we've got about as good a price as we're going to get for wool just now. So great demand. What are we great demanding? What are we great demanding? Doesn't say at the moment, does it? No, we've had this before. It says great demand, and it never actually tells us what it is. Silage is the same, and wool is the same. So the ones that we've got that we'll be selling haven't actually changed. So I don't know if there is a great demand there or not. Let's get that one on, and then we want to get our pallet forks hitched on as well. Like that. So I'm going to get 2 of these pallets, and I'm going to put those into the sheep. We will start mowing. We're not going to try and fast forward time and get the grass to grow anymore. We will start mowing very shortly. So we will... Right, that's... I see why that's not going in. There, like that. Right. Let's get those 2. And then we'll take these over and we'll drop them in. That will give us a little bit more wool. What it used to do in FS19 was the wool would kind of save up. And then the whole lot would, you know, the game would like log that the wool was trying to spawn. You wouldn't actually lose any, you just had to clear the space. And then it would allow it all to be dumped there as soon as there was space to put it down. So if I put those there like that, it should end up in a bit dumping all of the wool into those 2. So then we'll come out of here and we will pick up these 2 over on this side. Like that. I get that one. And I'll bring that one out and I'll put that one over here. I'm going to move both of them together, but we'll carry 2 pallets at once. And sell 2 pallets at once as well. Alright, there we go. So the wool's come out. If we have a look a minute, it's on 100 litres. Don't know if it would normally do 100 litres all in one go. I think that's about right. Right, I just nudged that back a little bit. And then I want to get you. So I need to get this one lined up. It's down on the ground way too far. There, that's better. And then I can straighten up a little bit. Straighten up and fly right. I'm going to bring that back. Right, so we've got 2 pallets. We're not going to reach the $1,000 per 1,000 liters. It's gone up to 890 something. So it's not a massive amount of money that we're going to be getting for this, but it's still pretty good. We got 20,000 liters of wool right here. So it's not like it's definitely not a small quantity of wool, and therefore it's not going to be a small quantity of money either. Just lower that one down like that. And bring you forward, and in we go. Right, so we've got 2 pallets there. We will carefully carry these round. Like that. Yeah, lift them up a little bit. There, and we will get these 2 sold. Right over here, what did I say it was going to be? Is 894 per 1,000 liters. So we'll put them right up onto there like that at $17,892 for those 2 things of wool. That's pretty good. That's nearly $20,000 for those 2 bits of wool. Now, we can keep doing this. We can keep just moving them round like this with the wool pallets and shunt them round as we go about our daily business and so on, and just pick up a full pallet or 2 and sell them. Or we could go and get a pallet auto load. We've got an auto load trailer that we'd be able to go and get, that I would also want to use for bales as well. I've used it it's the one that I use in my other series, my Raven Crest series. And Raven Crest, Raven Port. Okay, no, one or the other. The other series, anyway. I think it's actually available on here. Is this... Wait, here. There, autoload equipment. It's this one right here, this lizard flat deck. That one, we could use that one, and you can back it up there, and you can auto-load those pallets, and then we can take them around and we can unload them onto the bit over there, or we can just sell the stuff, and then we can bring them back and we can auto-unload the empties back onto the sheep pen. And it would make life very, very simple and easy for us if we were to do that, but I don't know if anybody would want me doing that. And yes, it does take a little while to do it like this, but let's be honest, we're not going to be doing this all that frequently, are we? Right? Loading up these pallets of wool, picking them up and moving them, it's not going to be something that we're going to be doing every single day. This is something that we'd end up doing maybe once every couple of weeks, if that. I mean, probably not even every couple of weeks. It'd be more like maybe once a month, I would think. We're a long way into this series. We have had sheep here for a while now, and this is the first time that we've sold anything. I mean, yes, admittedly, we've not had lots of sheep here for a while, so the numbers are now starting to increase. Right, there, we can put those like that. We've got a little bit of stuff that we need to... 201 litres already on those. We need to clean them up a bit, but other than that, they're doing just fine. So there's our sheep. There's the 6 wool pallets. That'll keep them going. That'll give us 60,000 litres of wool if they all come through together. We'll bring this one around here, and I want to take that one off. Like that, and then I want to get the other fork on so that I can clear up the sheep and clean up the mess that's there. Then we will go and get the mower on, and we will start mowing so that we can make use of the really high price for silage at the moment. Because that price for silage, $297, that's nearly $300 per 1,000 litres, which is $1,200 per bale. that we have wrapped, that we can get wrapped and sold. And if we leave it for a bit, we could end up losing out on some of that. I'd rather not. I'd rather just go through now and cut and have a slightly less yield coming off of the new fields. As that is I think that's a sacrifice we should be willing to make on this particular time. It's not something I'd want to do every time, but I do think at the moment it would definitely be worth it because we'll get all that money. I mean, we could just hold the bales and it'll invariably dip. I mean, the price of the silage could hold as it is for quite a while before it does actually start dipping again, but I'm not sure I want to take that chance. There's a chance that it won't, and it's that chance that I'm sort of thinking about, and I'm sort of thinking, no, I don't really want to take that chance, so if I leave it... Right, let's put that one down there, and then... Nope, I didn't want to do that. I want to change to that. There we go. I want to put that one there. And then we'll back round here like this. There. And we'll lower that front weight down. That back weight at the moment. Right there, like that. And then we'll come over to our mower and we'll get that one going. We can start doing a little bit of cutting. We're just about out of time for today. I think we've got time to do just an introductory cut or two just around the field, just so that we can make a start on this. So we want to unfold that one. And as always with mowing, we will do this the way that I personally am familiar with, which is drive around this way first. So we will lower down, start it up. So I drive around the edge of the field like this, keeping the mower in like that, and then when we'll then go round and sort of do a pass around the field going in the other direction, and that will just sort of cut out the other bits. I'll do probably 3 times around the field altogether before I start setting the hired help going, because underneath us right here we do have several tree stumps. And that is something that we're going to have to come back and dig up later on. We're not going to do it at the moment, but we will be at some point coming back and we'll be digging them up, just because I'd like to get them out of the way. I think it would be quite a good thing to do to get them out of the way. Let's just bring that one around there like that, and then we can go down here. I need to try to avoid that sign if I can. There. Look at that. I did it perfectly. So I'm curious what the actual yield difference is if you cut at this stage compared to the next one. What percentage of extra crop do you get? Is this like 60% of the full amount? Or is it half of the full amount that we get? You can definitely see there's a difference in the amount of grass that's being cut right there. And I can immediately see a difference on the ground as well, with the sheer volume of it. We'll get a rough idea when we do a couple of passes, but I mean really this is something that would need to be properly tested. Someone would have to line it all up and go over it, mow everything, and then bale it with it on one growth stage, record the number of bales and the number of litres left over, and then go and do exactly the same thing again with that save game file, but allowing the grass to grow on one more stage. And I know that there are plenty of people that do these tests for me. You do all sorts of tests for me. So if there is anybody who would like to do that test or has already done that test, let me know in the comments section. What is the difference in yield between the two? If we wait and we let the grass grow to full length, what is the difference in yield between the two? Right. We have done once around the field. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to do another pass around the field. I may even do 2 more passes around. Do this one and another one as well before we turn around and we do the backwards facing one. And then I think, well, we'll also need to do a couple passes around the rock. Then we should be in a position that we can go and set the hired help going. And we'll let the hired help go and do a whole load of this mowing. And Tell you what, while the hired help is mowing, we might just go and start cutting down a few trees. I like the idea of being able to fell a few trees while we've got the hired help busy doing the jobs in the fields. Because we have seen mowing being done now. We've done quite a bit of mowing ourselves. And we will have a lot more mowing to do. Because this is the only crop that we can grow at the moment, is grass. We can grow other crops, it's just we can't harvest them because we don't have the combine or the storage for it either. And let's be honest, saving up and getting the Ponzi Scorpion is going to end up with us having more money than if we go for the combine option first, I think. Well, this is what I believe, because the trees, we get a lot of money for those trees. So being able to get perfect 8-meter lengths for every single tree that we cut down, I think that is ultimately going to be worth it. It's definitely going to be worth it. And that's going to, so the sooner that we can start getting that really good amount of money coming in, the better, I think. I think that's only going to benefit us. But anyway, we have run out of time for today's episode. So if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.